Also, why is there a minute and 40 seconds? Has something gone wrong? Or is this not a 1 minute game? Or is Cyanide just showing us this because they're still like choosing a coin toss? Only Cyanide could give us a 2 minute counter on a 1 minute turn game. Yeah, people occasionally will go into Discord or Twitch chats or whatever and talk about how excited they are for Blood Bowl 3, even though there's really no reason to think that it's coming anytime soon. And talk about their wish list of things they'd like to see. I'd like to see Blood Bowl 2 finished. Unfortunately, that's never going to happen. I'd like to see Blood Bowl 2 get out of early access before they move on to Blood Bowl 3. So what are you going to do? Have you fucked up? It looks like Cyanide is fucked up. And it's probably just the coin toss, and they didn't know what to do. So they gave him an extra minute. Anyway, we are setting up with the undead on offense. So we'll get to see what Ungern can do first. I like these. I like this kit. All the green skulls,
green?
black. Yeah, with all the skulls. This is pretty sweet.
It looks so great when you zoom out, just kind of like a green mess. It looks really actually pretty good zoomed in, which you never do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the mummy's pants in particular look quite good in that set kit. I don't think the whites look so good. It looks kind of like a mess, especially on their greaves. But it looks very good on the mummies and the ghouls. This is probably why you don't see it very often, because the white is the model that you use to pick it and see the thing. Ooh,
well,
that's a big.
How do they look on a white that's KO'd? We can't really zoom in much more than that. Doesn't
look. If you're on free camera, you can look at them pretty close.
Yeah, I hate messing around with the camera. It never seems to work for me the way I want it to. Anyway, tough start for Ungern, losing one of his positionals on turn 0. And that's a scary kick. It's always scary to have a kick on the sideline.
The typical, I have to re-roll this, but yeah. Still, if there's a team that can get players back, it's going to be undead.
Mm-hmm.
Or get numbers advantage back, it's going to be undead in this team value.
He's also got all his skeletons off to this side where the ball is, so this one at least can get pretty far back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's not going to bother. I guess he doesn't really need to. It's a little weird to see multiple skeletons on an undead team. Normally, when undead takes skeletons, they take one, and it's because they want him to be the dirty player. He's a little faster and can foul from farther away and get more of a cool-looking run-up. But Ungern has 2 skeletons and 3 or 4 zombies.
I would not be surprised if it was directly because of the prevalence of Claw they decided to take a couple more skeletons.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you're facing Claw, it might be reasonable to have a skeleton out there instead of a zombie.
Yeah, that makes some sense. Yeah.
Look at Randomboy blocking into more blocks.
Well, that's textbook. That's what you want to see. Staying a square away from the mummies. So who are you going to blitz with Claw? Probably just one of these guys, because they're the only ones you can reach. On the dark side, having all these guys free to move means you can just take the ball and bring it right back to the center and have a nice big cage right away.
There is a case for setting up the peasant, because although it gives a little block, it does prevent the mummy from being able to walk right in between those 2 guard. Or walk up and base the guard and the lineman, or the peasant pretty easily. He decides not to take it. He decides to do it on the other side. So
yeah, you can walk right in straight. 3 dice a man, because he does have a guard here.
Yep, gonna 3 dice be pretty reasonable.
It does mean this cage corner is based even after you kill this guy, but
that feels unnecessary.
it's only a peasant. It's not a big deal. You may be leaving on a red dice push on this guy into hit the ball.
Probably needs to I don't think he needs to reroll the block because he can just take it both down, I suppose. You don't like mummies falling down because movement 3 is pretty troublesome for that.
Yeah, especially it's your claw guy. I mean, he's probably not in any danger of getting fouled if he's on the ground in this square, but he's still... You want to be blitzing with him every turn if you can.
Well, at the worst, you want to be providing a guard assist on this peasant, so that he can't really easily get any even a -2 dice on you.
Yeah, this should be safe enough.
To the ghoul from the tackle man's.
It'd be a pretty nice fireball if you could do it, but you can't. So
I mean, it'd be nice if fireballs weren't always shit, and fireballs are always shit, as we have seen in recent games.
Yeah,
Every single fireball.
Yeah, hitting 7 guys pretty tempting. So basing over here with guard, does this suggest that he might want to try something fancy, or is he just gonna just base everybody and hope for the best?
Looks like he's gonna 2 dice this mummy.
Mm-hmm. You can push the other mummy out of the way here, where it's not facing anybody. And then the claw guy has to blitz to make a block, and this guy's stunned. So, pretty solid result.
Yeah, birds are a very solid team until the peasants start falling off the field, and you can't hide your couple guard pieces fall off, as we saw in the first game against Shawnee, where they don't really do very well in bash matchups if they start getting down a couple of players. But they're up a man right now, and they're basically up 2 with the ball against the ball carrier. So
there are a lot of guys tied up. It's not trivial to recage somewhere.
Ungern's big mistake here is that he didn't base. Randomboy's mistake is he didn't base the ball. I mean, if he'd done that, he would have won the game. So
yeah, well, that's always true.
I mean, he got KO'd, but thankfully he had that defensive skill thinned.
Also, he got KO'd over here, where he was not marked by the ghoul anymore. So, you take what you can get.
A little known fact, KO'd players are never marked. So by that logic, armor value 7 is in fact the best defensive skill, besides armor value 6, because you get KO'd more often. And you're never marked that way.
Not going to be easy to protect the ball here.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to blitz this way.
He does have guard to get this other guy off, but this feels like a very easy 1 dice block on the ball.
Yeah, one way or the other, this ball is going to get hit next turn.
Is it an easy 1 dice, actually?
Well, you do have this guard zombie.
Yes.
Could go here for an eye cage. He's not even going to bother with that.
I find the 1 dice here. I think he needs to follow this block. Okay, this is a very easy 1 dice now. This is a block for a push, base. Yeah,
get this guy out of the way. You can.
In fact,
cancel these.
He might even have
this guy.
2 heads. He might have a block with tackle with 2 heads. And he has a 1 dice with 2 heads. He might even have a 2 dice with it if he can. If he does a GFI. So he can take a 1 dice with just a 2 dice block.
I'm trying to count squares over here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. GFI, double GFI to hit here. If you put the guard in this square, then you could get 2 dice with a couple of GFIs on the 2 heads man.
With the GFI with the wrestler with a blocker, he needs to go through this peasant square. He can get in, provide a guard assist, and then the blitzer can come around on the other side and hit back. Now that hits back towards the mummies, which isn't ideal, but you have recovery on that side, and the undead don't. So doesn't get out of the way, and he goes to base the 2.
Yeah, we're just gonna put.
Okay, so he just looks like the.
Well, you can cancel this assist with another guy, and he's got a second guard that brought in from farther away. So he's definitely setting up the play that we're talking about, bringing the two heads man a long way around.
Here he comes. Yeah.
4 dice for nothing. That's a shame. Feels like
I think even at both down, he might have wanted that rather than a push. Come on, 2 players.
Well, we were saying it earlier. It's always disappointing when you get a dice in the ball. You feel like you should get the result every time.
Yeah, and that was a 3 out of 4 times, so it's pretty rough. Still, maybe he's done a pretty good job to base up all the players. I can clear them off.
And it's going to be really hard for Ungern now, especially with only 1 minute to try and find something. Maybe you can block straight forward, try and dodge through here, and just run away. Potato is obviously not going to be safe, but at least it's unsafe in a way where you can score if you're lucky.
Hey, mummies without block, doing their thing. Eating your rerolls.
Well, it does mean now you can blitz with this mummy in this direction. I'm not going to try that. He'd rather just do this block. That doesn't really free up a square. If this mummy had blitzed forward, yeah, it's a GFI. And then block without block, but if it works, then you're afraid to potato.
I wonder if he meant to blitz there. The way he's taking his time here. That might have been a thing where you click on the mummy twice or you click on it and then just select blitz, and then you accidentally, I'm almost positive he meant to blitz there and misclicked to stand up as player.
Yeah.
Consider the whole play was.
Well, what he did do instead was a 1 dice skull into removing his own white, and now he has major problems. He's got an immediate tackle hit on the ball.
Boy.
Guard is there. He's got more follow-ups.
Gets it this time. 6 dice. This is pow. Enough.
I'll be hoping for a scatter backwards.
It's huge. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Didn't even blitz, so he can blitz this guy free. Pick the ball up with the blodge guy.
Yeah, this time, since they're standing up players and start going to go base stuff.
Yeah.
Probably stand with that blocker next to the claw, mighty blow mummy. Well, maybe maybe you think you don't need to.
You're already at the point where you pick the ball up. You can run so far away that the undead just can't even reach you. So catastrophe for Ungern, and it's getting worse with players being removed.
And perfect example of armor value 7 causing the injury and still not doing a job. So he would have been unclawed anyway, but 6 gold didn't protect that one. He would have died if it was a zombie anyway, but.
And he's already out of reach.
Could have considered a GFI there to get completely out of being ranged and basing, because he can still be based by the wrestle ghoul.
Yep, that ghoul can stand up and double GFI to base the ball.
Yeah, might have been a good idea to consider just doing the GFI there.
Well, it's
because the
at worst he's rolling a 1 in 9 dodge instead of a 1 in 6 GFI.
You're gonna commit a reroll to it. It's a 1 in 36.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's no dodge here. The ghoul doesn't even have to make a dodge, right?
No, not anymore.
To go get them.
There was a player that would have blocked him, but he's now dead.
Yeah, I mean it was pushing.
He was basing a claw of mummy, so it was a pretty good chance he wasn't going to be there.
To pretend he's relevant for next turn. Yep. Already threatening. He can just. That zombie probably gets based. The peasant comes over to mark the ghoul, who then gets blitzed off. And then the other blitzers and blockers outrun and circle around the mummies.
Yeah, and if you can bring enough of these guys down, you don't even worry too much about failing a dodge or whatever here. because you'll have guys around more than the undead will.
Mhm.
They've lost both of their whites. They have
Sure.
3 ghouls. One of them's down, and the other 2 will both be trying to come back to deal with the ball. So probably if you drop the ball right now, they're not in a position to really threaten to score themselves.
Yeah, this is also a pretty decent illustration of how stand firm isn't very impactful, or tentacles aren't very impactful without stand firm. It was just very, like, if he was very concerned, he could have taken the block with the tackle blitzer, and a push would have been enough just to clear him off. I think he's going to go for the blitz now with the tackle blitzer onto
This guard zombie.
the ghoul.
Or well, I can just hit this. This guy can't. Well, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 GFI. Now he's just gonna come here to be an assist, and then it's 2 dice to blitz himself free. Only a push.
Here do you run? Looks like he's going to run to the right. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to score here. And sure, the undead have stuff they can do, but it's not good.
Mm-mm.
What are you gonna do? 4+ dodge with a zombie to 1 die a blodger? There isn't much better.
Roll.
Hmm.
Don't know why that was rerolled, but it was.
Well, maybe Ungern has just given up the fact that he's going to concede a score and probably not have enough time to make up for it. And he's just
I'm willing to
playing
agree
for
with that,
casualties.
but he had blitz on. If you're going to do that, I feel like you want to blitz the Claw Mighty Blow guy on the other team. You're going to reroll for POW.
Yeah, you would think. Randomboy has 2 men KO'd. One of them is a blocker with guard. He may be thinking about scoring a turn early to get him back, but Ungern also has 2 KOs. One is the white with guard. So maybe that's not such a great idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was kind of a nothing turn. It did a little bit. That POW is really helpful, especially considering, the blodger is not very likely to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like maybe doing some dodges with the ghouls would have been better there to at least get them into the play. I don't know. Feel a bit of nothing.
9. Yeah, so now do you score, or do you try and 2 dice the...
You've got like 3 blockers for you to run back down the field, I think. You can even run back a little bit and form a cage. It's not very hard.
Yeah, just run away. You're going to hit the ghoul here. This guy can even go all the way around and block him from this angle if he wants.
You should run around to get in front of him more cleanly. But I think this is enough that you can form a screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is enough you can form a screen. Fair enough.
Yeah. Necro, pretty slow when you... Necro, undead. Why am I'm having one of those days where Necro and undead are not just interchangeable, I just always get them wrong. Anyway, today we're watching Undead, and they're pretty slow because both of their whites are out. And they still have a couple of ghouls, but they're all far away from the ball.
Just running I think I just run that Claw Mighty Blow guy just away. Just run him away. Just away from all this mess.
Yeah, well, there's not much else you can do except maybe blitz skeleton.
Generate a 3 dice block? Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're turning in a little bit late, we're watching Ungern on offense. His offense was catastrophic. He's already lost the ball to Randomboy playing Bretonnians. Randomboy now just chilling and will score when he gets around to it.
It is. Big hit. Nothing.
In this War of Claws, Bretonnian Claw is on the ground stunned. Nobody available to foul him, so that's a nice thing. And maybe that swings your decision to try and score a little early, because otherwise this guy's getting fouled next turn. And there are going to be a lot of assists. We'll see what Randomboy chooses to do. Think about it a bit. There isn't really much else to do. I guess you can blitz, one of these guys. Maybe this player stands up, comes over here to be an assist. You can. Well, no, you really can't push. Well, you could. You could still blitz like this to push him back this way and get a second block. Now you're gonna go after this guy. I guess if you knock this guy down, there's nobody else who can reach wall. So looks like the plan is to stall until turn 8. And the cost of that is that you're going to have to eat a foul on your Claw Mighty Blow guy.
The foul's worth it. I mean, if you weren't and he's down 2 players, the one's the white with guard. Oh, hey, Tentacles almost did something.
Got to keep that peasant safe.
Yeah, maybe better to. I guess the peasant just gets blitzed if you keep him around to protect the.
Yeah, he can't do much.
Anyway.
But as it is, it's going to be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 assists.
Yeah, I think it might have actually been a little worth to give up that to try and prevent the because you have the spare peasants anyway.
And he's going to do it with Skeleton. And is sent off for a stun.
Jim, foul.
Yep. At least he rolled a total of 16 on the armor break, needing 9? So he didn't need any assists, and he had 6. But yeah, so great result for Randomboy. He's going to score on defense. I guess he'll take a quick look around, see that there's really nothing else to do. Unless you want to foul the zombie here with guard. That doesn't feel like the right choice.
Maybe seeing if there's some way to get a hit on a player without having to roll a GFI and make it 2 dice.
Yeah.
I think if you had the blodger was 3 more squares down, there would have been to get a rando zombie.
Sorry, everything is GFIs.
Yeah.
So the ace of spades has come up trumps, so to speak. And Randomboy going into his second half offense with a 1-0 lead is in commanding position. How are the KOs? Looks pretty good for Randomboy. Looks pretty good for Ungern. 4 for 4. Everybody's back, and it's going to be.
I mean, pretty much the best drive possible. I mean, other than both KOs staying out, has a full team some after playing a full turn, full half against Undead, and is able to score.
Still has his Zappo. And +2 on the fame.
I mean, I guess at this point, you can have thrown rock and it's just the perfect result, but Jesus. It's been a very, very, very good half. Ungern's probably going out, is what you would predict at this point.
You would think that, but, a lot can change in Blood Bowl and a half. And if things go poorly for Randomboy, he could be looking at overtime, which he certainly will not want. When you get in a position like this, the first thing you always ask yourself is, am I playing for a quick score? I don't think you really need to this time around. Brets, they could go for it, but I think you just punch people and see what happens. Well, the Undead have both of their whites back, so they're going to have all the positionals they need. 2 whites, 3 ghouls, both mummies, and 4 line of scrimmage shitters. All 4 of them are zombies.
I guess the skeleton's only there for offense, which, okay.
Well, one skeleton was just sent off, and the other one is now chilling on the bench.
This is the part of the game where another ghoul is much the 30k extra you're going to pay for a ghoul is probably even better than a naked ghoul is probably even better than a guard zombie, I think, at this point in the game. Where you need to pressure the ball and make plays.
Yeah, possibly.
In standard defense, I think the guard zombie might be better, but it's not standard defense anymore. But then I'm a big proponent of always carrying 4 ghouls.
Well, you're more of an expert with the undead than I am, so I will bow to your superior experience.
I mean, I use Skirr with undead pretty regularly, so I'm not that good.
I mean, you can't have everything. All right, the ball is pretty safe. You're not too compact, but not too spread out.
I think this is probably a good form as opposed to a cage. Just because you do want the ability to stay in the fight like this, and there's not real pressure on scoring. Your pressure for now is just keeping the ball safe more so than it is punching one in. So for quite a few turns, I'm participating in the fight without too much concern. As long as the fight isn't really going badly, it's fine.
Yeah, the undead have to try and make something happen, but they also have to keep a couple of guys that they want to fight with free. Both ghouls are just chilling on the side here. This white is sweeping as well. So it's not easy for the undead to make anything happen when they're only fighting with half their team. Mummies are in pretty good spots, guarding each other. It's not going to be easy to block any of them.
And he has a Dance already. So this is a pretty easy LOS clearance, at least for the stuff around the ball.
Okay, looks like Randomboy would rather go after the speedy ghouls on the side.
That's a good skill.
Yeah, the guy didn't have it. He is now quickly dead. And he's got a tackle on the other ghoul.
And he's covering up his blitzer too from the Might Blow tackle, which is nice.
Yep. So bring the ball up here somewhere too, and be threatening a quick score. And how do you stop it as undead? All you have really is a ghoul who's stuck and a white who's sweeping, and everybody else is both slow and far away. So pretty rough.
Russell dodge the other blocker out. The blocker now runs around to get back up the field. Probably stands next to your sidestep guy.
Well, he's got to dodge tentacles, and he couldn't do that.
Oh, tentacles failed.
Did he? Oh, no, tentacles did fail. Okay. It was just dodge on manual or something. I was waiting to see if you rolled.
Yeah. Or tentacles on manual, waiting to see if it...
Whatever it is, it paused when I didn't expect it to, and that confused me a sec. Sorry, guys, I'm easy to confuse. That we've established I'm old and my mind doesn't work very well. But one way or the other, undead have some serious problems to solve, and they need to do it right away. Otherwise, brets are just going to go 2-0 up.
I mean, they've hit armor value 7 the entire game, get nothing. They've hit... Birds have hit it a couple times. They've gotten the Cas. I mean, this is pretty... Yeah, this ghoul goes with the OS and it's just like, oh, wait, I need to be back here. So, yeah, you did. But, I mean, I don't know how he doesn't just... I don't know how to stop the birds from having just a... from scoring next turn. Or just, like, I don't know how you stop them from having a GFI to score next turn.
Well, that's all they've got right now is a single GFI to score. And these guys can't really do anything.
I don't know how you stop them from just having a cage and being 1 square further forward next turn.
Mm-hmm. Well, you dodge away from tackle with this guy, bring him back here a little bit. Try and put a couple of guys, I don't know, they're 4+ dodges up here to wall off the side so that they can't move back into the middle of the field. Maybe forcing them to score right now is your best shot.
Sidestep impactful, or you can sidestep up, I think. Sidestep being left is also fine. But yeah.
All right, so your brets, what do? Do you take the GFI score here?
I don't think I feel like I have to.
You've got a couple of 2 dice blocks, so you might as well try those first.
Yeah.
And you do get to claw a white and knock him down.
On the result, I might just cage again. Stuns, not so good for caging, but this is still kind of enough to feel comfortable caging.
Yeah,
So you can get all the way up and top,
right, up and
over it,
around. All right, and then just put the ball
get
up
the
here
ball
somewhere.
off the
Yeah,
sideline, face tag the other ghoul, dodge the blitzer out to tag the tag, so both ghouls are at least tagged to force dodges. Dodge at the end of that. Okay,
right.
he did block with that. Okay.
Fine. And remember, the undead don't just have to stop you from scoring. They need to stop you from scoring, sack the ball, pick it up by themselves, bring it all the way back down here and score them. Because they are losing.
I wouldn't be taking blocks. I'd just be dodging them away to get them up the field, participating in the play. Yeah, I dodged that.
That last player who didn't move at all would have been a candidate to dodge up to like here somewhere.
I don't care about the zombie anymore. I want just my players up the field. Like, I think that blocker's much better served being one square northwest of the white, preventing any easy. Yeah. No. I think this blitzer's better served facing the ghoul. Just to force dodges, to force these to be actions.
Yeah. The sure hands man can just go wherever he wants. Well, except where the ball is. But, with just a single dodge, you can 2-dice one of these guys on the screen. They're both very valuable players that are at screening. Maybe if you knock this guy down, you can then... okay, what he'll do is he'll blitz with the white who's down.
Oh, boy.
Get rassled. Yeah. He was hoping to knock him down, follow, and then come over and base the ball, I guess.
I mean, he's knocking him down at least. But
yeah,
it's over. The game's now over. He's going to score next turn without any pressure. And really, he could even just go for a blitz on this ghoul again and just kind of repeat the turn.
Yeah, this guy can just stand up again. He's an assist against the ghoul. You blitz him with one of these guys, this tackle right here. Blitz this ghoul. You get him down. Then you run up to the middle with the ball here somewhere, or you even just stay where you are. And you're just killing time. Brets are dominating. They indeed are. But Brets still are completely casualty free. They had a couple of KOs, but they all came back immediately. Randomboy still
damage this game.
Randomboy still has the Apo as well.
Moving might have been a mistake, just because now it's easy for this blocker to get up to the field and for him to consider if he can get all his players back. Oh boy. So let's see. I think you stand up this blocker first, and then maybe you blitz the ghoul. And if you get a stun, I think you definitely stall one more turn.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, you consider running your blitzers back, because now they can just dodge up and be up around the play next turn at least.
Right. Well, these guys are all pretty close to irrelevant.
Yeah.
Even if you just knock the ghoul down, you can probably hide right in the middle of the field there.
Stun would be huge here.
Doesn't get it.
Does not get it. So you got him to stun, he could have just walled off the white.
Okay, so it looks like he's gonna try and score then, I guess. If he's gonna bring the blitzing blitzer for an assist. Right.
He's going up 2-0 against two ghouls.
Yeah.
Undead don't out here, really. Huge jump, just because it means you can cover both. You can at least try and force your opponent to spread himself out a little bit. When you rush players up to try and score in 2 turns. Defense, like they don't have enough players to really threaten an attack. I don't know if I actually even like taking that 1-9 block if you're just going to score.
You've got 4 rerolls, so I can see feeling pretty safe about it. But yeah, even if you do try and Kaz the ghoul, I mean the
payoff is just pretty low.
Odds are nothing's going to happen.
Like if you were stalling, I think you have to take that block. But if you're not stalling, like the payoff's really unlikely because you need to get a hard POW.
Mm-hmm. The undead are man down.
Not even skinks. So you don't have mighty blow. Like armor value 7's pretty sturdy to random blocks. Oh boy, that kick.
That's a kick, all right. Ended up on the wrong side of the field, so that's nice for the undead.
Again, this is a situation where you'd really like to have, this setup's not conducive though to scoring quickly. This was a pretty standard offensive setup, one that seems to think that it's just not good enough. Waiting to one side feels bad, but it's really the only way to score quickly, and you have just 2 goals because you have to run one forward basically.
Yeah, so he's giving
the ball really good here. You'd have or 2.
I mean, this goal can't even really run far forward because
he's too far inside.
There's nobody who can go with him. I guess you can take one of these zombies, put him over here somewhere. The other one, or you put him here. The other one blitzes this blocker, pushes him out of the way, marks this guy, and then you run up here and hope for the best, I guess.
Funny a bit salty in chat that how much he got smashed up. I can't imagine. I don't know how the second game went.
Yeah, no, but the first one went pretty poorly for him.
Yeah.
Undead, I mean, we are playing with 1 white and 2 ghouls. So not a lot of high-speed players. And
scoring ranks 2 GFIs at least.
Yeah, this is about the best you can get, really. I might have
still going to be hard to force his way through because Sidestep can just stand on the sideline immediately and make all the dodges, and then he can base the other side with tackle, and just everything gets hard immediately.
And you don't even have to stop him from scoring as Randomboy. You just need to slow him down a little bit. And if he does find a way through to score quickly, then all you have to do is hope doesn't get a blitz.
Play that Blood Bowl prevent defense.
He's got enough players. He can elf screen. And as you said, he'll have a blood step man on the sideline, cutting that off.
I'm a bit surprised. I don't know if Sidestep maybe there wasn't enough movement there.
Oh, he didn't have to.
No, I think I'm actually with the
He's using him as an assist. He's going to blitz this guy in front here. And this zombie is going to get blitzed by the claw man.
1 square to the southeast. I don't know if you're looking from Ungern's perspective, but 1 square to the southeast or 1 square to the northwest from Randomboy's perspective. And just be basing the ghoul already on the sideline where you're using that sidestep to make him really annoying to get rid of.
Yeah, we're right here on the 10. Yeah, I'm watching this from the undead perspective. I guess I should switch. No, I shouldn't.
Yeah. And is where I put him.
Well, pretty hard to see a path through here.
Yeah.
No, can't even really get around behind here and try and fill in some squares for some sort of magical chain push. You run back, hand the ball off to the other ghoul, and then run back into the middle?
Unfortunately, he doesn't have the players with the speed necessary. If he had, maybe 2 ghouls, if both the guard zombie and the other zombie were a ghoul, there was one if he could chain push himself forward. The issue was then, what do you do from there? You only get 1 square forward. I don't think it gets him.
I don't know. You red dice yourself through.
Maybe he could have chain pushed himself a couple squares forward. On the outside, just north of the mummy. Yeah. Maybe there was something there, but I don't think so. And the sidestep's in a really good... The sidestep on the edges isn't a good spot, because it's just very hard. You can't just chain push him away.
We're seeing a bunch of GFIs happening. For 3 dice. That'll chain...
Chain anything.
No, nothing useful. Maybe you chain the blocker up and to the right. And again...
Maybe he thought he had another square filled in. He wanted to get this white up 1 square. But that doesn't do this.
No, well, the white's already moved,
this doesn't do that.
Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking about is running back, giving the ball to the other ghoul, and running up the middle, and even that doesn't really work. He's going to bring that ghoul back.
The ghoul has to move
2,
back
3,
now.
4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe you go here with the ball. Dead center in the field.
It's a GFI.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do is dodge. And then run over here. It's not ideal, but he's covered from the guys on the left. Maybe you can red dice a mummy out of the way, and that opens a path through the middle. But it's not straightforward. Or you can just KO some guys.
Skull does nothing.
Right, because
I actually
again,
think Skull skill, but
yeah. You know, if you're Randomboy, again, all you need to do is slow him down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, knock this guy over with tackle.
Tackle's
Come down and just base everybody again.
Dice that probably has to get on the ball, I think, this turn now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it goes. Take this one dice. Yep. Nothing. Whatever. Ooh, you don't care. You don't even appo that. You might consider appoing that if it was like, yeah, because it's overtime you're concerned about, but and it's res, so you just keep the player on the field.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that appo.
I mean, you're not going to get many other opportunities to use one that's meaningful anyway.
Right.
So,
and you'll have him on the field for the last turn or two. When it's 2-1 and you want an extra guy in defense just in case. Well, I say defense, you'll be on offense, but really defense is your job. You'll just be holding the ball at the time. So you can block all the squares and push the sidestep man away. He can still sidestep to annoying places, so you're going to hopefully get him down. But there are some desperation plays on. And he's going to start by
chain push.
Yeah, the problem with the chain push is that it uses your blitz, so you can't blitz yourself free afterwards. So now you just have to dodge through everything. I was thinking about maybe blitzing right through with the ball carrier, but you can't do that anymore.
I know, I guess this is just a dodge through the carrier.
Yeah,
there's no other real.
Just a 4+3+ and pray. And with 3 seconds left, just click in the end zone and hope things work. And they do. Oh, and he didn't make it, but he's still got the reroll, so it's touchdown. So Ungern's still just barely alive. He's got 2 turns to try and steal the ball and score again.
The rolls impactful here, and they're pretty bad again.
And Undead down to 9 players. And
they have agility 3, which is really poor for this kind of moment on defense, where you have to pressure the ball and score.
Yeah, would have liked to have that white back. So the Brets have a 2-man advantage and 2 turns to hold on to the ball. You'd have to like their chances. We'll see what the kickoff event says, because that may be Ungern's best hope. Something like a blitz or an enormously one-sided pitch invasion. +2 fame for Randomboy means probably just a blitz. Although a riot adding a turn might give him a little extra hope. I think you set up very minimally here on the line of scrimmage. Just a guy marking each mummy and everybody else kind of covering sidelines in case of blitz and having people back where they can react to kicks in various places. Randomboy. Thinking about it, currently with gonna stand pat with 7 men on the line of scrimmage. Extra reroll isn't gonna mean anything. Kick is kind of medium. This is why I would have liked to have a few more guys free to move. But really, the only possible threats are, maybe this ghoul. Yep, that claw mine no longer a threat.
Pretty conveniently for the birds off of the balls on the side opposite the wrestle ghoul.
Mm-hmm. So it's chances are fading away for Ungern very rapidly.
I don't like following there on that block. I think standing where he was a better square. Now there's a push to get players through. From the right square anyway.
I feel like he's being a lot more aggressive just overall than I would. But this last block at least freed up a couple of guys. Bring somebody over to hang out with the ball. I guess not necessary, really. So Ungern's got 2 turns to find something, and I'm not sure anything exists.
4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus to hit the ball with 1 dice with block sure hands, which isn't anything. That's all that I see this turn.
Yeah. But if it all works, he catches the scatter, picks it up, takes another step or 2. He can hope for a miracle. But really, all he has now is miracles. He's going to open a path on the other side. I guess that means Wrestle Ghoul can at least run right through into the backfield where he would be theoretically a scoring threat. And after that happens, I guess the other Ghoul just makes a bunch of dodges. Mummies moving around, I guess, for some dodge rolls or something. And can't make the dodge. Yeah, so random guy has a straight path. He can just run forward with the ball. And he'll have a few guys around it for protection.
A situation where it's just better, if you lose the ball up here, it's just better to lose the ball here than it is in your own backfield.
Right, because there's nobody around who could pick it up and then even get it to this other goal.
Mm-hmm.
Who is likely going to get knocked down anyway. Wrestle is good enough. That puts him out of range. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So that's his last chance to score. And there you go. So commiserations to Ungern, eliminated after a 1-2 run. Randomboy surviving to play tomorrow morning. I'll tell y'all, this is it for tonight for us. But we'll be back. I'll be back. Squirrel Dude probably going to stay in bed, and really you can't blame him. But I'll be back at 1300 UTC tomorrow. Don't know which games we'll have yet, but whatever it is, we'll have that. We'll go take a look after this game officially ends at the brackets and see what's happening in the rest of the tournament, so we can see what we have to look forward to tomorrow. Hello there, Mr. Anarian. My co-host today is Mr. Squirrel Dude.
Sorry, you get 0 good coaches as opposed to like 1 with shatter dice. So
you're pretty good at Blood Bowl. Don't sell yourself short. We try and keep things.
I play like one a month at this rate, so it's hard to say if I'm any good. And I play in SFL, so I'm that guy who's winning in their local tournament league with undead at a low team value. Like, I'm good at blood bolts. Like, are you? Or are you just rolling thousands of these?
It could be a little both. So, don't. We do try and keep things relatively technical here. Try and be entertaining, but also try and encourage good Blood Bowl. So look at that. We got a rarity, a game where the winner has fewer armor breaks, 10 to 11.